weekend is just around the corner. Around 23 is here, and the Premier League is here as well. We've got lots of exciting games happening this weekend. And getting straight into the action, Victor, what are your best straight win selections for the weekend?
I've got Brentford. They're playing at home against Forest, and I think Brentford have been very good at home this season. They've beaten teams far tougher than Forest at the G-Tech, and just in the recent weeks, Liverpool, Newcastle, Sunderland. Absolutely, Sean Dyche will dig his heels in and he will defend well, but Brentford should be able to win this one. I've also got Chelsea at 210 against Crystal Palace away. I think the atmosphere around Palace at the moment is a bit too toxic for them to get anything against Chelsea. Sure, there's plenty wrong with Chelsea as well, and I think even their own fans are going to be the first to agree. But it's still a much stronger team than Palace, who have now lost their captain and might lose Mateta as well this month. It's all doom and gloom, and I think Chelsea will take advantage of that. And I've also got Man City to beat Wolves on a minus 1.5 Asian handicap at 173. I know I see you shaking your head there, but City, okay, they've been poor in the last two games, but this is a game against Wolves at the Etihad, okay? It cannot be any other outcome. They need to make a stand here because if they don't win this one and if they don't win it convincingly, I think it might spark more talk about Guardiola leaving in the summer.
Yeah, fair enough. And for me, I've got three selections as well. And the first one is a double chance for Sunderland. I don't know why the bookmakers have West Ham as favourites here, but I think Sunderland should be able to win or draw. And it's a good price, 1.58 for me, for
Yep.
Sunderland to win or draw. It makes sense to me against the West Ham side. And I'm going for Spurs against Burnley. Yes, I know Spurs have been atrocious in the past few weeks, but at least this is not a home fixture. So I believe they should be able to at least beat Burnley on the road. It's priced at 210, 2.10. So I think it I think it also makes sense as well
Wow.
to go for. And the third one is maybe a little bold, given Liverpool's last four results in the Premier League, all draws. But I'm backing Liverpool to somehow beat Bournemouth, given the intensity I've seen in their last two games. It's priced at 1.96. But I think Liverpool should be able to get the better of Bournemouth here, in my opinion. And anyways, moving forward, Victor, what are your best goal market selections?
I've got Newcastle versus Villa for 2.5 plus goals at 170. For each side, three of the last five games ended with three or more goals. Both teams tend to play positive football and they do get a lot of goals in head to heads. If you look at the last 8 direct meetings, 7 of those saw 2.5 plus landing. I've also got Arsenal v Man United, BTTS, 174. It seems like a good pick for me, especially for these odds. Arsenal have scored and conceded in 7 of their last 10 games in all competitions. For all the talk of how good their defense is, it's still maybe not alarming, but a bit more than what we would expect. United also scored and let in 8 of the last 10. Both sides are decent going forward, with the exception of their actual strikers. But I think we will see goals from both here. Not the strikers, both teams. And Bournemouth v Liverpool, 2.5 plus at 165. I think 3 goals in this one should not be an issue. It has landed in 4 of Bournemouth's last 5, 3 of Liverpool's last 5, and in 8 of the last 10 head-to-heads. So honestly, the way things are going right now, I think either one of these teams could score 3 on their own against the other. But I think 2.5 plus is reasonable.
Yeah, surprisingly, two of your picks are also the same for two of mine. I've got Newcastle v Villa as well for over 2.5 because Newcastle, I mean, are good at home. And obviously, Aston Villa will want to maintain their title charge as well. So I expect something action-packed in that game. And for Arsenal v United, I see Arsenal as the favourite here, but I think United are playing with so much confidence that they will definitely score. So
Yeah.
I think we're likely to see a decent amount of goals in that one. And the third game for me is also Bournemouth with Liverpool. I also think Bournemouth will get a goal in that game, but probably Liverpool might outscore them or something. But either ways, we should see at least 3 goals in that game. Anyways, moving on, Victor, what are your best player to score selections?
Um, Haaland. I mean, surely, right? He has been poor lately, but at home against Wolves, I think we're going to see a bit of stat padding from him again. I've also got Mbumo for 450 against Arsenal. It's a bit of a gut feeling, but he does seem more and more like that type of player that shows up against the big sides. This season, he has already scored for United against City, Liverpool, Spurs, and Grimsby. So I think he will want to put this disappointing performance he's had at the AFCON behind him. And I've also got Voltemade at 250 against Villa. Wisa started against PSV in midweek, so I expect this to be Voltemade's turn. Villa will have one less day to prepare for this one. I think it's worth at least considering Voltemade to score here.
Yeah, fair enough. And me too. I've also got Erling Haaland, also because it's in my FPL and my patience with him is running thin. If he fails to score against Wolves at least two, then I'll be really worried about Haaland, to be fair. And I've also got Gyökeres against Manchester United, back to scoring ways against Inter Milan, and I think it's going to get a goal. Yeah, my God says so. It's going. And I also just saw a funny stat that only Ekitike among all the new forward signings has managed more goals than Gyökeres, despite how much he has been called a flop. So I think it's going to hit double digits this weekend against United. And the third one for me is Ekitike. I think Ekitike has a very good chance of finding the back of the net against Bournemouth, and he has been impressive so far this season, and I think he should find the back of the net. And the fourth one is, I don't know who, but any Spurs player should at least score against Burnley. One of the Tottenham players should at least score against Burnley, right? I don't know who that's going to be, but yeah, one of the Spurs, maybe, but one of the Spurs players should at least score against Burnley. Fair enough. And anyways, on the final note, Victor, any bold opportunity you're probably looking at?
I've got two, and one of them you're absolutely going to hate. I'm backing double chance or draw, of draw or Man United to win for 244 against Arsenal.
At the Emirates.
Yes. I think United will be desperate to keep this run going. They're unbeaten in 5 in the Prem. Arsenal might be a little bit tired after the Inter game. I don't think a draw is completely out of the question here. And I'm also backing Salah to score at 280 against Bournemouth. It does look like he's back in the fold for Liverpool, that he's starting games already, and usually enjoys playing against Bournemouth. He has a ton of goals against them, including 3 in the last 2 head-to-heads.
Interesting. For me, I think the only bold, it's not really bold, it's actually just a gut feeling. I know Crystal Palace, they've been going through a major crisis on and off the pitch. I just feel like they can get a result against Chelsea at home. I don't know why I feel so. It's just a gut feeling. I have nothing against Chelsea at this stage of the season, but I just feel like Crystal Palace can get a result in that game. But of course, we're going to have to wait and see how everything unfolds. Round 23 looks like a weekend set for, pure surprising results and pure exciting ones as well. And as usual, after the game week, we'll be sure to discuss all the best talking points in our match day recap.